Michael's work is not finished in Haddonfield, and soon, very soon, he'll come back.
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you'll ever listen to.
Booze, brews, horror movie reviews. Your final bros have survived.
Yes, we are here with Brian, the Hot Boy LaGrasta.
I love Mike Myers, Michael J. Myers. And we are joined by Shane. I remember the days of being a catamaran sailor Smith.
It's the rage in his eyes. The rage.
We are joined by Mike the Cannibal Gypsy.
You guys ever feel and connect with the song so deeply that it drives you to sobbing tears?
We are joined by the Matt.
Here we go.
That was
Did you know that Gwyneth Paltrow's on a song with fucking Huey Lewis? Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
When?
Well, yeah, what are you saying to me right now?
Go to work, Matt. Find it.
What am I looking up now?
Look up Gwyneth.
Gwyneth Paltrow, Huey Lewis in the News combo doggy song.
Yeah. All right. Well, spooky season is here.
Yes.
And we are reviewing Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Is this Paul Rudd's first film?
I don't know.
Paul Rudd's here is fucking Tommy Doyle, who's in the first movie? You haven't seen him since?
Yep. Never referenced again until this movie.
So, Brian, in your opinion, is it an actual miracle that Paul Rudd made it out alive in Hollywood terms
After
acting in this movie?
Yeah, this is not good at all. I'm sure that he looks back and is like, this was a regret. I can't help but think that he does this and you can't think otherwise, right? Because not only is this movie bad, he's bad. Very bad.
He's
actually.
atrocious in this movie.
It's actually shocking.
So, can I, real quick, Bri, get into the controversial nature of this movie?
Of course.
Yeah. So the movie had a original producer's cut, right? And then the Weinsteins, in their infinite wisdom and being so good at what they do, and they're just great people, never did anything controversial. They said this movie needs less Loomis, needs more blood, and it needs literally nothing to do with the cult that you established throughout the movie. So we're going to cut this movie.
Cult of Thorn.
To make sure, yes, this makes as little sense as humanly possible. So this version that we watched on, I believe it was Paramount.
It's on Paramount Plus.
It's the theatrical version. There is a 7-minute longer producer's cut where the movie makes a lot more sense. And also the movie, it has a completely different ending. Completely different ending.
Yeah.
We could have done with that. Shot too.
So I guess we can compare the endings that are different. I think there is some cohesion issues with this movie where you are asking why something feels cut out, but then there's also just generally whys in general. Why do they kill off Jamie in the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is she really dead?
Well, yeah, so that's another big thing of the cuts. Is in the version we watch, Jamie is chased by Michael and she's killed in the barn by the hay baler. But in the producer's cut, Jamie survives. She's only stabbed and then she's put in the hospital. But then she's also just put down with a silenced pistol in the hospital. So both cuts are stupid. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, she's dead. The hay baler looks like that she's definitively cooked.
Yes.
She looks like she's. That those things are spinning. She's impaled. She looks dead.
Well, that's why in the producers there's no hay baler. She just gets stabbed with a knife.
Yeah. So I mean, but she's dead in this.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
And I did read that obviously from the other movies, this character was played by Danielle Harris.
Yes.
Who was supposed to return in this role. And there was some type of issues with her not being 18 years old. There were some special things that she had to go through, and then she had to go through some legal stuff which costed her some money and legal fees to try to be in this movie. She does all of these things, and then for whatever reason there was some updates with the studio or something where she couldn't be in the movie. Matt, you could look it up. There's just some issues why she ultimately couldn't do it, and then they had her replaced with this person who probably it would have been for cohesion's sakes would have made sense to be her.
Yeah. Well, you can't just recast a fan favorite character.
That's what I'm saying.
Also, You know, in like the theatrical, so in this version, the theatrical version, right? The baby is established to be like a test tube baby that was like put in her. Because that's why, like, towards the end, you know, when they go in the lab and there's all the baby, like, fetuses and stuff.
Yes.
In the producer's cut, Jamie is raped by Michael Myers, and that is actually Michael's baby, which is why Michael is after it.
Interesting. So he would have had a baby with his niece?
Yes, his niece.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how the producer's cut goes.
Yeah, the Halloween timeline and the Halloween is just nuts. So, but we're not going to go by the side storyline. We're going to go by the storyline that we
watched. Yes, I am going to bring up just.
Oh no, please do.
Just for interesting
got
facts. But yes, we in terms of our review, we are going off of the theatrical cut.
Yeah. What do you got for me?
So it says she didn't work due to she was a minor. She was 17, so child labor laws limited her working hours, low pay, and then also the character's fate and also script issues. So
It's why that she ultimately didn't do it.
yeah, that's why she didn't do it. It was a mixture of the three things.
Yeah, I think what happened was she went through all of this and the role barely paid her anything.
Yes.
And
that's what
I
it said.
think like it didn't even cover the legal fees, so she's like, yeah, I don't think I'm doing this.
It said that her meager salary was less than her emancipation costs for a role where her character was slated to die early in the film.
Don't lick my sock.
Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, I mean, it would have been awesome to have her. Instead, we have
Whoever.
someone else played her. But this movie also has some pretty big names. Like I said, we met Donald Pleasance returns. Got Paul Rudd, Mitchell Ryan. Like I said, I think he's a villain in the first Lethal Weapon movie or second. One of them. I think it's the first.
They butcher his character in this.
Yeah, like I said, it feels like he's not a prevalent villain. He's like just like dropped at the end of the movie.
Yes. Because they cut his scenes.
And I think one of the biggest things to mention is this movie really centralizes something that has really not been discussed at all in Michael
The Thorn
Myers
cult.
movies. A cult that does a sacrifice that I guess gives air to the Michael Myers evil.
Yes.
The way they try to explain it.
It doesn't make sense. I actually don't really know.
I fucking hate it though. Because I wish he was just like a psychopath.
Yeah.
For the sake of being one.
Yeah.
Not due to some fucking black
But
cult magic.
even if you do it, I guess this is what I was like racking my brain to figure out. Even let's just say the cult is the reason what Michael Myers is evil, right?
Yeah.
As they're trying to pass that off as. So how does that work? So did the cult have sacrificed someone did they have Michael Myers kill someone to then be the evil?
I have no idea.
Is the parents the sacrifice?
So I think the idea is the cult does these rituals and they're able to control a child. So so this is where the movie comes into play. So do you know the scene early on where like the Mr. Strode slaps his daughter in the face?
Yeah, Karl.
And then the kid is holding a knife to his stomach.
Danny, yeah.
In the producer's cut, before Danny's holding the knife to him, the man in black is speaking to the kid and saying, kill him.
Kill him. Like he does periodically throughout the movie.
Yeah. And that's why he holds the knife to him. In the cut we watch, he's just holding the knife to him with absolutely no context as to why.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that like the way that this movie goes is that Kara Strode's brother, Danny Strode, they are now living in the Michael Myers house. I am to be assuming watching this that he is the next Michael Myers, right?
Yes, I think that's the idea of the movie.
And just like Michael Myers was controlled by the Thorn of
Cult of Thorn.
Cult of Thorn, he would be the same.
Yes.
But I'm thinking like now that he's getting these voices, because this is what the lady mentioned, the old lady, and this is the same thing happened to Michael Myers. We see it from this perspective of Danny, how they're going about this. They want Danny to kill I'm assuming to have Danny control him to kill the young.
Yes.
So who did the sacrifice would have been for Michael Myers is my question.
None,
right? We don't know.
Don't have a clue.
So like that's like the cohesive issues and why this cult doesn't work. Because it doesn't make sense and it's a storyline that just exists.
To exist. There's no reason for it to exist.
In this movie, right?
Yes, it only exists in this movie.
So I think that's a flop. It just doesn't like hold any water.
This is the only movie it's referenced in, and it is actually never referenced again in any other sequel. Granted, in terms of this timeline, there's only 2 sequels left, H2O and Resurrection. But other than that, that's actually it.
Yeah. Halloween H2O.
But it's not brought up prior either? Like
The very, very end of 5.
With that prison
Yes.
escape.
It's an interesting idea. I know, like, you're not a fan, Mike, and I get it. And I don't think I'm much of a fan of it either. But it is an interesting element to say, like, if there's something that gave evil to a little boy that otherwise didn't have the evil. I'm just saying, if you're gonna go that route, maybe not for a movie like this, which is already, this man just a crazed killer from birth, or basically from a young age. But, like, you gotta make it make sense.
Yep, agreed.
And that's, like, where it always comes down to, like, make it make sense. And we'll trash it for being a bad movie, but it's worse when you don't make it make sense.
Agreed.
Like, much worse. Speaking of that, producer Mustafa Akkad and how he died? Isn't that crazy?
He is the only person, I do know he's the only one who was involved in all 6 movies.
So
in some way or another, he was involved in all 6.
Is super. He died in Jordan in a suicide bombing.
Really?
Like, someone bombed, I think a suicide bombed a hotel, and him and his daughter died from that incident.
Damn, that's terrible.
How crazy is that?
That's terrible.
It's so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What year is that he died? Does it say?
He was with his kid too.
With his daughter. Yeah, his daughter apparently like died like right away.
2005.
He died from like injuries that resulted like 2 days later.
Damn, man.
05?
Yeah.
Damn, that's not super sad.
November 9th, 05.
Crazy.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready to talk Halloween Curse of Michael Myers.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a lot about it, and we're going to talk even more about it because there is actually surprisingly a lot to say. So, with that, let's get into the spooky pit.
Rage. This film, Halloween Curse of Michael Myers, was released in 1995. Michael and a mysterious cult come to Haddonfield to locate Jamie's newborn child for their evil and dastardly deeds. This film was directed by Joe Chappelle, and it stars Donald Pleasance, Paul Rudd, Marianne Hagen, Mitchell Ryan, Kim Darby, Bradford English, Keith Bogart, Mariah O'Brien, Leo Gettin, and J.C. Brandy. That reminds me, the storyline in this movie that also really does not make any sense, now that I'm thinking about irrelevant and stupid shit in this movie, is the Barry Sims story. The radio personality in the park. That doesn't do anything.
No, it's a side plot that goes nowhere other than him dying. And his death even makes no sense unless you watch the producer's cut.
He was supposed to go to the house. He just ends up dying in the car riding back.
And so like,
because of the van stuff.
Yeah, because like, all right, we like we always say, we jump around, we spoil. There's the character Barry Sims, and he's supposed to go to the house, and his whole thing is he's on a radio station. So he has a radio van. In the theatrical cut that we watch, he's like goes to the parking lot, gets in the van, and Michael Myers is just sitting in his van and kills him. But in the producer's cut, they show that he gets into the wrong van, and he gets into the van for the Smiths Grove Sanitarium, which is where Michael was going. And then they show that his news van was 2 cars over. So it makes sense why Michael was in that van at the time. If you're just watching the theatrical cut, you're like, why was Michael sitting in the news van the entire? Like, it doesn't make sense.
I also hated it because he's like in a tree and he's wrapped in lights.
Yes.
Why the fuck would Michael Myers take time to wrap his victim in lights
and put him up in a tree?
Could you honestly imagine that shit though? Like, you're in the park, you see Michael Myers come with like a foreman hat and a forklift, and he has to crane this thing on top of the tree. Or unless he's just throwing it up on the tree, but he was.
But the lights.
The lights
are
are string up the lights. All right, well, Jamie, their baby's about to be sacrificed to the cult of Thorn.
Oh yeah, we should backtrack to the beginning of the movie.
Beginning of the movie, you put that, what is it, like a Gaelic or Celtic P?
No, it's called Gaelic.
Is that what they're going with?
I have no idea. I don't know what anything this movie's going
It's
for.
like a runic P. But I
Yes.
think it said it's Celtic. I don't know. But yeah, that the Cult of Thorn, all these men in black robes are putting that on this baby. You find out it's Jamie's baby, Jamie Lloyd's baby.
Yes. And Jamie's gonna escape with her baby because like a nurse, right, or someone tries to help her escape. And
Yeah, it's Sarah. I think her name is like Sarah, the nurse.
yeah,
Doesn't really matter.
it doesn't like at all.
Yeah,
because-
Mary the
Because
nurse.
they get her out, and then like Michael catches up, and he like spikes her neck through. Like that's like one of those props too. That like, why is there just a wall spike there?
a random wall hook,
Yeah, like
and he just tosses Mary on the wall hook.
yeah,
Mary,
like
Mary
there's
the
no
nurse.
reason for it to be there. Also, vintage Michael kill. He loves pinning people up. He does it in almost every other movie.
That's true.
Yeah, so she dies. Then they go outside, and like one of my favorite kills in the movie is when he snaps this guy's neck and his spine just shoots out.
Yeah,
Thought that was really cool. And then like they're running,
like the
they run through like a
180
bus stop, and then like we'll learn that Jamie hides her baby in a bus station in the most nonsensical part of the entire movie. Because why is there no one that ever discovers this baby until Tommy Doyle gets there?
that would make absolutely zero sense with that baby crying because it's not being fed.
Right, because also, like, is there no janitor that goes to the bathroom in the morning? Is there no workers that would go to the
It's a
bathroom
train
when they get
station.
there?
That
It's a
place
train
is-
station. How does no one ever discover that baby until Tommy Doyle gets
I thought the
there?
same thing.
It's
I'm like-
actually frustrating.
Like the saying is like actually crazy. It really that scene makes no sense to me.
But yeah, Michael catches up to Jamie. He throws her into the hay baler. He turns the hay baler on. She gets fucking bailed. And then Michael goes to get the kid, but the kid's not there. It's just a towel.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Because you're a fan of like watching. What do you think of voyeur Tommy Doyle, where he just watches girls from his window?
So I thought he was into this chick. You know, just watching this as a fan of the films. I'm like, this dude is voyeuristic. He's watching from across the street. He's checking this chick out because she obviously doesn't have clothes. So that's the assumption. The reality is he's just waiting for Michael Myers to come in there and kill the shit out of her.
Yes.
That's what he's waiting for to happen. And he's got a camera and the prop set up. I think it's weird. I think she should have called it out or called the police.
Yeah.
If someone was staring at your window, out of their window with a camera, and I know you've done this in the past, but wouldn't you call the cops on them?
Like, yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's a very strange behavior.
I'm surprised she wouldn't call the cops. She more or less, oh, that's just a weird Tommy Doyle kid from across the street.
Yeah, no, like everything about this movie is just fucking stupid. Like the characters you get introduced to are all just so disposable and like useless. Like
Yeah.
the Deborah Strode and her husband, who her husband is just the biggest piece of shit ever.
Yeah.
But like, it's like an unbelievable piece of shit. Like I feel like Rob Zombie modeled every character he's ever written off of this guy.
Yeah, that's funny. He's unnecessarily an asshole for literally no reason. I don't know the background of Kara and like where she came from and like where she got here, but he's like very upset that she is back for sure.
Right. And like he hates her kid.
Hates, yeah, and even big. He hates like pretty much all his kids. Honestly,
Yeah.
hates her especially. I feel bad for the wife. What I would also say is he also neglects to tell his entire family that they moved into the home of Michael Myers.
Yes.
So add, salt onto those wounds. They basically went in, living in a murder house.
Speaking of Myers, let's talk about. Do you think he looks like terrible in this movie?
He just looks like, yeah, his hair is just crazy.
I can't tell if it's because of the actor they hired or he's not like foreboding enough. But like something's
He's
off.
not menacing at all in this movie.
Something's off about him.
I think it's I think it's everything, to be honest. Like, I think the movie doesn't do a good job of like shooting him in that way. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think like there's enough focus. He's just kind of like not as maybe as awkward in the other movies, but he's just very like slow and just like kind of actions are diluted. He's got some graphic kills, but he's not scary. He does
Not at all.
I don't think there's enough brooding elements of him in this movie. And I think there's just the music wasn't right, the pacing wasn't right, the script suffers with that. I also don't really understand the co-killing or the co-villains in this movie. Like, so is it Michael and the cult of the Thorn that's after the little? Do they both want to have the boy so it could be sacrificed by the kid? Danny, is it like a race to get him? Like, that's the only thing I don't understand. Is Michael just trying to kill the kid because it's in his lineage? Or is he trying to have it sacrificed? That's the thing. I don't really know what any of their motivations. I mean, I know what the cult's motivations are. I don't know what Michael's motivations are, if that makes sense.
The thing is, I don't think the movie knows.
Because, like, what's the interaction between him and the cult? I think he kills a couple of those cult doctors later in the movie, but there's no other, like, interactions.
Yeah, no, there isn't. Like, that's the thing. Like, the movie kind of doesn't do anything with the cult. Like, they're not shown. And, like, you randomly find out that, like, people are in the cult. Like, that old woman that lives with Tommy Doyle has been in the cult the whole movie. But there's not even a subtle hint that that's the case until the end, until it's revealed.
Yeah, she gets really weird towards the end. She drops, like, the note that, like, Danny definitely hears voices like the other Myers, the boy that lived in the Myers. So that's like the only thing that she mentions. Other than that, yeah, like there's no tell.
There's nothing.
100%.
Also, like, why ruin like the classic piano song in the movie?
Oh, they change it up a little bit.
Just replace it with terrible sounding guitar. There's so much fucking guitar wank.
Yeah, how much guitar wank?
So
much. This is like the first. I would say this is the first Michael Myers where the music is truly bad. Like
the music does so much in the early movies.
Yeah. I mean, even in the 4th and 5th, they still have it. Like, this movie, they replace it with guitar wang.
It's really wild. This movie, to sum it up, is pretty much a giant sloppy mess.
Yeah.
That is just massively confusing at every turn.
It just needs more Donald Pleasance. It's crazy that they try to take him away. I do know that for all intents and purposes, all the people working on this movie, the studio, the direct, like all these people had certain things that they wanted, and apparently for the actors and actresses on it, it was just a nightmare.
Yeah, because it's like it's a directionless movie. So like, how do you act in a directionless movie when like 16 different people are probably telling you to act a different way in every scene? Like, how are you supposed to like deliver a good performance like that?
Yeah, apparently it was just like rushed. It was like a mess. Like things were not followed up on. Things were not included.
Right. So wasn't this movie like tested for audiences, and then they decided to reshoot because it wasn't landing?
Yes, but like the reshoots also didn't land. So like they didn't because like people didn't want to see the Thorn Cult, but the whole script was about the Thorn Cult. So when they removed the aspects of the Thorn Cult, but still leave the Thorn Cult as the main villain at the end, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real. It's dumb.
It's like honestly a train wreck. It's bad. Like there's nothing good about this movie. It is the Silent Hill Revelations of Halloween.
Yeah. So to continue the story, so sick, Shane. To continue the story, Michael Myers is trying to kill, I'm assuming, everybody that is in his line and lineage. The cult is trying to find the baby to have the baby sacrificed. I'm assuming by the kid, Danny, to complete the ritual. I don't know if that conflicts with Michael. I don't know if Michael would really have him sacrificed so he could be the next. That kid could be the next evil. I don't know. It's not clear. In any case, he's gonna try to get some kills under his belt, and I think his next kill, he's going back to the Myers house, and Deborah is gonna really be looking at paint.
Yeah. Okay. So to be fair, this scene is stupid because she stares at this like paint can, right? There's a very subtle detail earlier on where she puts an axe in that paint can. Unless you truly remember every little bit of this movie, how the fuck are you going to remember there was an axe in a paint can? So she stares at paint for like 45 seconds. And if you don't remember the axe is there, you're like, man, why is this paint so suspicious?
100%.
Suspicious.
Oh, suck your dickish.
Yo, it's good.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Michael, his rage shit grew inside him. Or Michael. I love Donald Pleasance.
He's a treat.
He's a gem.
Yeah, He's great, and the fact that he's not in this movie more is insane. But yeah, so Deborah is basically going to get axed off screen. Thoughts? His rage.
Your rage.
She gets literally sliced up. And
Yeah,
I think she's like hiding in the rafters later in the movie, and she pops out.
Yeah, because that's what they. Michael loves a prop body. Oh yeah, her body swings out of the attic.
At the very end when they're leaving the house.
Yeah, because he loves a good prop body. But yeah, that's like it. Also, technically, like almost leads right into the father going there and finding her sheets, her bloody sheets.
Right. She also like calls him at work.
Yeah,
And then like,
because Loomis went there and talked to her.
yeah. And she's like, you had us living in this house and you knew and you didn't tell us.
Yeah, no, but it to be fair, she had every right to be mad. So
Of course.
So like, yeah, he goes there. He gets fucking electrocuted and stabbed. Like it was a stabicution.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely
He's foaming.
You would call that foaming at the mouth?
Yeah, he foams at the mouth. His head explodes. I mean, it's pretty fucking snarly. I'm gonna call it snarly. I think that's a fair like word to use
Very
there.
fair. I do, however, like in the earlier scene, he just throws a wad of money at her.
Oh my god.
How do you like Tom? How do you like Tommy Doyle, the father figure? Dude, he takes the baby from the train, and then it really just becomes his baby.
Yes, because he goes to the hospital and be like, "Hey, can I return this baby?" And they're like, "How about we call the police?" And like, I'm like, "What?" It's like, why would they instantly jump to calling the police? Granted, does Paul Rudd look like an unhinged maniac in this movie? Yes,
100%.
but like, they kind of jumped to calling the police right away. Also, why was Donald Pleasance even at this fucking hospital?
Yeah, I think the placement of some characters in time in Haddonfield is a little weird.
Well, because people are just at places and you never understand why they're there when they're there. Also, like, because this leads into Tommy Doyle breaking into the Myers home with the baby. And then the main character, the girl.
Kara?
Kara?
Kara, yeah.
Kara just goes upstairs and she's like, oh, Tommy Doyle's on my bed with a baby.
Yeah.
Like, and that's it.
He's just chilling
she
with her
walks
brother.
Into her son's room, who is with Tommy Doyle and a baby, and she doesn't instantly call the police.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
It's kind of nuts. I am still trying to look for that Easter egg, Shane, that I talked to you earlier.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm trying to look for it is because it 1000% is verified and
you
true.
looked it up?
Because I have it on my phone. I was trying to pull it up on here, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So I will just share this photo that there's a scene with where he's holding the baby and he goes on his refrigerator, and look at a photo that's on the refrigerator. A photo of one Divine from Pink Flamingos.
Can I take a look when you're done? Can I take a look?
Wow.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, why is the she there?
Why is that there?
It looks like there's also a picture of Silence of the Lambs on the bottom right, but
Interesting. That's fucking weird.
I think. But yeah, so in any case, I think now after like he gets teamed up with her, they kind of go through what the Cult of Thorn is. Like Paul Rudd like starts sniffing her hair.
So weird, dude.
He starts sniffing her hair. But yeah, so like he kind of, now that he's in the room and he's talking with Kara, he tells her about the Cult of Thorn and how they basically choose an innocent child and they sacrifice this child. And when they sacrifice this child, when the constellation's in the air or whatever it is that they need to complete this ritual, it's like whoever does it, like they control and is like they get pure evil from. It's very, it's very gray on exactly what happens. But like at the end of the movie, I remember the Mitchell Ryan guy when he's talking to, I think his name's Wynn.
Yes,
he's
it is
talking
Wynn.
to Loomis, and he's just like, the power. It's like the evil power is like uncontrollable. Like he loves it. But they don't really say how he's gonna manifest it. I think it's more of just like he gets to control the kid when he does the killing. That's how I'm assuming what happens, because it's very like gray.
Like, what does the cult get out of any of this?
Like I'm saying, like he says power,
Not power,
it
but what
doesn't-
power?
I know. That's exact. I don't get it. Like, I don't think it's clear.
Yeah, like it's just
The movie does not do a good job of
explaining anything.
executing the story at
Yeah.
all.
Like Tommy Doyle legitimately looks like a fucking pedophile throughout this entire movie. He's just slinking around kids the entire time. Like he just kidnaps babies. Like this movie fucking sucks.
Yeah, he's got all the elements of what would be a pedophile. He also like oddly laughs,
He might have been the grabber.
yeah, like he oddly laughs through the movie too, in like weird moments. Like I just don't know if this was a bad Paul Rudd acting job, but
Or
yeah,
is Tommy Doyle's character supposed to be autistic?
maybe honestly.
That might be. I don't know. Maybe the idea is he's so traumatized from what happened to him as a kid.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man. It's just not portrayed well.
Well, I will tell you, I know for a fact the next kill is John. Where Michael absolutely stabs John, essentially lifts him up onto the breaker, and electrocutes him until he basically explodes.
Yeah, no, that was intense. That I mean, when his head explodes, that is awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool kill scene for sure.
So, but like, I want to like more so talk about like once they're all together, right? Like talking about the runes and stuff. Like the movie, I feel like they end up going from place to place kind of rapidly without any like cohesion of how they get there, right? Like, because they go to like where the radio host dies, but then they're back at the house, and then like Loomis is at the house with them, but then the Wind Cult shows up, but then like Kara just fucking head dives out of the window. Like, why was that her choice?
Oh yeah, she does do that.
But then why do like so after she does that, Tommy and Loomis are just outside and are like drugs, man, or like there's I feel like scenes were actually missing.
Oh yeah, 100%. I felt the same way. Like I said, I think that the next kill being Barry makes literally no sense.
Yes.
It would make more sense if they actually get him back to the house, or that the killings happen in the park where the brother, I think his name is Tim Strode.
Yes.
And his girlfriend are at.
Oh, I forgot they even die.
Yeah, they die. Well, basically what happens is that like this Barry guy, they talk to him. It's some crude shit. It doesn't go anywhere. They're supposed to film back at the Myers, back at Tim Strode's house, back at the house. So they go back. He never makes it there because he dies in the van, like you said. Not only does he die in the van, they go back to the house. They get all hot and bothered. They fuck. And they both die.
Yes, and Kara watches it through the... No, Sue watches it through like a telescope.
It's Kara, I think.
She watches it through the telescope.
Watches it where how Tommy watches her. She's
Yeah.
watching her brother, and them both get killed in the room. And she's like, "Look behind you! Look behind you!" And they don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right.
I'll suck your dick. And then Michael Myers is like, "Yo, suck your dick," and he goes in there and kills them both.
Right, and it's so stupid because one, I actually forgot they were characters in the movie.
Yeah,
That's like how pointless they were.
yeah. Well, he gets his throat cut by Mike, obviously,
And she gets slow-mo stabbed.
She gets stabbed in the back.
Kara jumps out a window.
She does that. Yeah, she literally flies out the window.
Tommy then, because then she jumps out the window. It cuts to Tommy and Donald outside, and they're like, "We were drugged. What happened?" No recollection of how they would have even been drugged or how that happened.
Yeah, they mentioned that they've just been being drugged to this point.
And
Like,
then
what the fuck?
they instantly end up at the cult place. How did they go there? How did they know to go there?
Yeah, I don't know.
It makes no sense why they go there.
They go. Yeah, I think they try to go back to where it started. Why do they go back? I'm not sure that's clear, but they do decide to go back to the sanitarium. And that's when he meets Mitchell. Like they have that confrontation where he explains like how they're involved, how they want the kid. I wonder. I forgot because I know like the kid is there. They now are in possession of what they need. But yeah, so they go there, and I just know Michael's there too. And Michael's just like, it's very. Dude, this is what I think really bothered me. Yeah, Michael does go slaughter a bunch of doctors in the sanitarium.
And Isn't Win one of the doctors he kills?
Yeah, look, he just kills the cult, which is confusing me so much. Which makes me think that he doesn't really care what happens. He's just trying to kill everybody in the line, which actually conflicts with the cult. So why wouldn't they try to kill Michael? I just don't get it. But there's also to get the baby's just there. There's no espionage done. There's no tactical get the baby.
No.
They walk in, get the baby, and then run away from Michael.
Yes.
It's not. It's like it's left wide open. Like I couldn't believe how dumb that was.
So from the moment Kara jumps out the window till the end of the movie, that's where the movie is two different movies. The theatrical cut and the producer's cut don't have a single scene that's the same from that moment on.
That's crazy.
The theatrical cut is everything we saw. In the producer's cut, she is in a white dress in front of the cult on an altar, and they're going to sacrifice her. And Michael's standing there with the cult. And then Tommy finds a robe and impersonates the cult and sneaks in with the cult and saves her from the cult dressed as the cult members.
I would have preferred that.
And there's no doctor massacre. Michael doesn't turn on the cult.
Thank you. That would have been better too.
He doesn't kill a single member. They actually just try to escape from, like, the cult sends Michael after them.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. All that makes sense to me because getting a strategy to get in there makes sense because they just walk right in and get everything they want. And when Michael kills the cult, it's either that like Michael is in line with the cult or Michael is not, and he doesn't care about what they want. But then they should also be cautious of Michael, which they're not, and it's very confusing.
Yes.
So yeah, I would agree that like. That in this movie they were not very clear with that, so he just slaughters a bunch of doctors and like that's that, and the cult is like destitute, like it's done. So it's just a fight for Michael now.
Yeah, and like the reveal of Wynn before that happens, where like Wynn's talking to Loomis, is like, I'm the villain. Like
he spins in his office chair and he's like, "Hey, it's me.
Like it's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Give me a dick."
It's so stupid.
Also, he dies off screen in
Loomis.
this. No, when?
Oh no, he dies in the hospital slaughter. And
They show Michael killing him?
I believe he's the first doctor he kills, right, in the hospital slaughter scene. When
I'm not sure if he's the first. I just know that he goes on a killing spree and kills like almost all the doctors there.
Yeah.
So yeah, at some point he would have been slaughtered. I mean, and then I know he also crushes a man's head through a door.
That kill was so cool until the gate falls down and the body's completely missing.
Is it fucking retarded?
It was so stupid. Yeah, but like, okay, so then they just escape. They get in a car. Loomis is like, I gotta go back. And then it cuts to black and you just hear Loomis going, ah! Ah!
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
So, to go back to the producer's cut, Bri, in the producer's cut, Loomis goes back and he finds Michael on the floor, and it's Wynn underneath the mask, and he grabs Loomis's arm, and Loomis gets the Thorn Cult symbol engraved into his arm. So now Loomis has to be the head of the Thorn Cult, and that's why Loomis screams.
Okay.
In the reshoot, Loomis was dead already. So you can't reshoot scenes with a guy who has passed away. So they just overlay the scream and play it that Michael killed him off screen.
So that would have been better in my opinion.
Yeah.
It would have even been better for like Michael to not even be Michael and for just to be him as the cult killer.
Yes.
Like it would have like it just adds too much ambiguity this way.
Yeah.
I really it's really annoying, but yeah, no, I mean, I think that makes a little bit more sense. I think one of the reasons because of that, Michael is, he's not as scary. This is a small thing, but I think one of the other reasons why I don't think Michael is that scary, I think he has an oversized mask in this movie.
Which has been a theme since 5, because his 5 mask is terrible as well.
It's like, like when Michael kills, you clearly know that it's like a real person. You see it was like his neck and his arms. This, he's just like, he's got these baggy ass fucking clothes. Like you can't see anything. You can't get any emotion, no veins or anything. It's just mask. Yeah.
Also, why when Tommy Doyle beats Michael towards the end of the movie, does he start leaking green fluid from his eyes?
He does beat the shit out of Michael at the bar.
They do that flash though, right? Where it's all like green liquid leaking from his face.
That I don't know. Is he under that
It's got to be cult related.
is that because of the drugs?
Oh, because he
Maybe.
injected him with
I guess. I don't know.
Like, see, like that's like not really mentioned at all.
No.
It's not. That's not clear. And I guess that would make sense of why he's like giddy and maniacally laughing at the end. Otherwise, like I just don't get it.
It's crazy how much better H2O is than this movie.
Oh, you mean Halloween 20 years later?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Ugh. All right. Well, that's
Donald Pleasance is so fantastic. How do they want to put less this guy in the movie? Just look at this guy go.
I love when he's
This
just
man is
shooting
a
his gun.
he's a fucking force, dude. He's like fucking like
Yeah.
I don't get this character. He's just fucking sweaty and leaking. And like basically taunts him like he hit a fucking drilling 3-pointer in
like,
game
look
7.
at his face. And there's the leak.
And he just like tries to be like, what the fuck is that?
All right. Well, I'm gonna go into my review because that's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I texted the group saying this might be the worst long franchise sequel ever made. It's not because Hellraiser 9 Revelations exists, but this is oh my God, a Stone Cold 2.
2, okay.
It's not a 1.
I thought you were going
It's
1.
still
I'm like, okay.
still not in that 1 realm
Sure.
yet because Loomis is still good in this movie.
Yeah.
That's it. I actually think that's the only compliment I could give this movie is Loomis. No, I'll give it 2 because some of the kills are pretty good.
Some of the kills are good. Like, that's like one of the pluses. I thought the kills are pretty vicious. Some of them.
But like Michael's atrocious in this movie. The cult is so stupid. Paul Rudd, like Mike said, the fact he got an amazing career after this movie is phenomenal.
that dude has like one of the best careers like going,
Oh yeah,
and he was in this movie.
I know. He survived. He survived Halloween. But yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, I like it's a stone like as
Maybe because it's
Stone
Paul-
Cold 2 as you could give it.
Paul Stephen Rudd, not Paul Rudd. It's
Yeah.
Paul Stephen Rudd.
Yeah,
Huh.
you're up.
So this is tough because this movie essentially is incomplete.
Yeah, it
So
is.
like, how is it? I struggle to go higher than a 1, but I'm gonna go 2 because there's some good deaths and there's Loomis, but this movie is essentially like it's an incomplete movie. It's like a new Kanye album. How he just releases incomplete projects.
Sounds about right.
Dude, like the cult is one of the worst decisions I've ever seen put in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I struggle to even talk about this movie because it's just so nonsensical. I want to give it a 1, honestly.
So do it. Man up.
I can't though. I
Yeah.
can't. Loomis is it gets a Loomis bump.
The Loomis bump will always be there, which is why I'm giving this movie a 4. And I know you're going to say 4 is way too high for
way
this
too high,
movie.
man.
It is way too high.
Well, hear me out, because you have to have the kill bumps,
Okay.
and you have to have the Loomis bump.
Okay.
And then, of course, you have to have that's really it. This is the only 2 bumps you get. I would say the kills are really good.
They are.
There's a 180 head kill with the spine that I
Yeah.
really
Great
enjoyed.
kill. Great kill.
And I really do like the kill on the father. But the problem is the characters are not good. There's no development on the characters. The cult is not cohesive. I do think that there's, again, this is like one of those movies where I always say, I think there's elements of something that could have been cool and creative, but like I said, I think there was a lot of behind the scenes issues that prevented this from being a complete movie. I think it is a broken movie.
Yeah.
That is really hard to redeem. But I think it had sprinkles of some good elements. It just wasn't like obviously complete and fluid. So I'm gonna go 4 on this. Light 4.
It's way too high. I was still somehow more invested in this movie than I was in
Silent Hill. I mean, they were both 2s, so
That's what I'm saying. I think this movie was better, so I'm giving this a 4. That was a 3.
they're both 2s.
I like when Donald Pleasance gets into like a full run with the cane.
Incredible. Incredible.
What did he pass away of? Do you know?
Old.
I could have
age.
bet all of my internal organs he would have said old.
Would you have really?
I knew you were gonna say that.
I mean, he was just actually old. So
Yeah, I mean, like, how old was he?
75.
Man, God bless him. What an amazing man.
Really was.
Oh, so he died the year this came out.
Yes.
Understood.
He was in 244 things.
Wow, that's a lot. You know what's crazy? So I would say that these movies have been getting steadily worse, right? Like
Yes.
they really, it's just been like one of, literally, it has been one of these.
Yes.
And I think,
what's the one where she's Jamie at the end is revealed to like be a killer?
4?
the little girl.
Yeah.
It's 4. Well, she doesn't actually kill anyone. She stabs her stepmom in the bathtub, right? That's the one you're talking about?
I think that's 4.
That is 4. That's why
I thought that movie was pretty good.
I like 4.
I like 4. 5 is not that great.
It's not. 5's bad.
It's like 5 is the start of the decline, but like 4 is okay.
I actually think I like 4 more than 2.
Oof, I don't know if I could go there, but that's okay.
The hospital really bothered me.
I know.
in 2.
I know. I like the second one actually, but yeah, the hospital is.
We talked about this in the car ride here. I like 3.
I like 3 as a standalone.
Yeah,
movie,
exactly. It's not a good
right?
Halloween movie, but it's a good movie.
They definitely went. They took a direction with that movie.
Yeah, I ain't hate 3.
Why they did? I don't know.
Don't know either, but yeah. All right, Necro, real quick, Necro.
Yeah, we might be all different on this one. I'm gonna go John.
That's the dad whose head explodes. Yeah, I was also gonna go with him.
Okay.
So we're not, unless Mike is different.
Easy.
Piece of shit character. Really mean to his kids.
He deserved that.
He
gruesome death.
He deserved it because he's a piece of shit also to his wife.
Yeah,
He's kind of a scumbag.
yeah. John Strode, the only Strode that was a piece of shit throughout the whole series. Like normally the Strodes are like likable people.
Yeah, honestly, the Kara was so mid too. Like, no, I mean, like, she was so flat.
Yeah, like it just. Ugh. This is the worst cast of characters in a Halloween because normally, even in the bad Halloweens, there's characters you care about. Like 5 had Rachel.
Yeah.
Like-
she was a really nice one, right?
So
The one
sweet.
that
Yeah, so
her
sweet.
boyfriend was like a piece of shit.
Yep, and then she dies. But it's a shame. And this movie, John, you're the biggest piece of shit. You've basically slapped your daughter over like $20. Like you like berate your wife at the breakfast table. You don't even care you have a son. Like you deserved every bit of that mouth foam that you got. So I'm glad. You know, you're in the necro, dude. You suck.
And
You really suck.
Danny Boy is her son,
I think so.
right? Yeah.
Which they don't explain
No,
anything about.
But I think that's what it is.
yeah.
It's crazy that like the first one is like such a like classic, and then nothing really ever comes. close.
Halloween, truthfully, is the maybe no, it's not the weakest because like that's Texas Chainsaw.
Oh no, I was actually gonna say quite the opposite. Well, maybe not. You're gonna say it's one of the weakest slashers.
Not so like it's tough. I think obviously Scream's top tier, and I think Friday the 13th has more longevity
Okay.
towards the good ones, but like Halloween's probably a step above Nightmare.
It's gotta be a step above Chucky too.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, too. Because Child's Play has Child's Play 1, 2, and 3, and then really teeters off.
I think it's comparable. I mean, I can get down with the first, even the 5th movie. It starts going downhill. I can watch those. This, I would agree, is like the first one that tries to like actually just becomes unwatchable.
Yes. I think the issue is, like, I like Halloween, like, 20 years later. And Resurrection, I fucking low-key love, despite it being a train wreck. But, like, I don't like the Rob Zombie ones. And then the new ones, like, I like the first one. And then the last 2 were, So it's like, it's tough. But, like, you're right. It's better than Chucky overall. It's better than Texas Chainsaw
Definitely
overall by
better than
far.
Texas. Yeah, definitely.
It's better than, let's say...
But Texas 03 is so good.
Yeah, those
No, but that's
requels.
it. That's it.
They hit him with those requels.
You have Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, and then the remake and the prequel to the remake.
Mike is talking
But,
about
like,
the
other
next
than that-
generation. Mike is talking. You can't sleep on the next generation of Texas.
That
Chainsaw.
movie is so
Incredible.
bad.
Right?
Texas Chainsaw 2, 3, and 4 are so bad.
Dude,
They're
think
not
about
good.
it. Hold on. Think. Picture, close your eyes, picture Matthew McConaughey, robotic leg. He's yelling the whole time. He's really sweaty.
He's just slapping himself in the head.
How do you not love that Renee Zellweger's in it?
It's crazy that that's a fucking somebody like conceived and birthed this idea.
Yeah,
and there was a weird cult angle coming at the end of that movie.
There
too,
was
with
the Illuminati or
with the
whatever.
doorknob body. And I'm like, what are they doing with doorknob?
I feel like
body?
that's such a cop out. These writers like have nothing. They have nowhere to go. They're like, oh, slap a cult on this.
a cult in the middle of it.
It's so bad.
Comes out of nowhere.
Like, I'll suck your cult dick.
I do think Texas Chainsaw might be the worst series.
It
though.
is. It
If this is
Whoa.
worse than the Freddy series, because I've not seen all the Freddy movies, this is definitely worse than Texas. It's definitely better than Texas.
No, because like Nightmare on Elm Street, like now I'm
And
thinking
Chucky.
about it, is like it only truly has like 2 good films in it. So this is definitely better than Nightmare as a whole. Now I'm like actually thinking
Yeah,
about
that's what I'm
it.
saying. I think actually I think the series as a whole is actually one of the better ones. I know it's not saying much, but I guess the Jason movies are good for a long time.
I would say at least up until 6, I generally love the Jason movies.
I would say none of these movies have like as good as a first movie as
Halloween, no.
except for Texas, but like those two are in a class by itself.
Yes.
And I would say Scream is kind of like right under those, but longevity, yeah, they don't have it.
It's weird because like Mike is probably my favorite killer out of them all.
Yeah.
I think he's cooler than Jason. Freddy's he's a goofball.
Well, yeah,
He's
Freddy's
such
a
a
clown.
fucking doofus.
Yeah, they make him look really doofy too because they go try to get like
Which
that
is weird
body
because
horror
his
shit.
concept is the strongest concept.
Oh, 100%.
That's why you got to watch New Nightmare. New Nightmare is so good.
Obviously Chucky's a fucking doll, and he ain't no Bob the doll. You feel me?
Yeah, feeling you on
What's up?
that, yo, suck your dick.
First of all, never ever again say Bob the doll is better than Chucky.
Yeah, it was good.
That's fucking blasphemy. That was blasphemy.
Yo, suck your dick.
Okay, this is nasty. All right. I think it's about time we put a bow on this one.
Yeah.
That was our first episode of Spooky Season.
You want to rank Halloween real quick?
I would.
I'm gonna go 1, H2O, 4-2, 5-3. Oh, I forgot Resurrection. That movie's fucking awesome. 5-3, Resurrection, 6. Oh, the newer ones, which
Are we doing the originals or are we going to do what are we
yeah,
gonna do?
I was going more.
You want to do the original timeline? No Rob Zombie, no new timeline?
Yeah, just up to
Okay.
Resurrection.
Okay, up to Resurrection. Then I'm going 1, 4, 2, 3, Resurrection, 5, 6.
Okay.
Well, H2O.
Can you
Oh, I forgot H2O.
Can you do yours one more time with H2O?
Yeah, because I forgot H2O.
And then suck my dick.
Then it would actually be, let's see, it'd be 1, 4, H2O.
There you go.
So, well, yeah, I forgot H2O was a movie for a second. 1, 4, H2O. 2, 3. And then it would be Resurrection, 5, 6.
Okay, mine's going to be very different. Mine's going to be 1, 2. H2O.
Okay. So we both had H2O like around the same.
Yeah. 3. 4. Resurrection 5, 6.
So me and you had Resurrection 5, 6 in order, correct? And we both had Resurrection, Halloween 1 as 1.
You guys like Halloween 3 way too much.
Movie is not as bad as people make it out to be.
Yeah, I actually do like
Maybe
it.
I'll do a rewatch soon.
It's out of the context because you only see Michael in the scene. It's like not.
I also fucking love
standalone
Tom
is-
Atkins.
Yeah, because he like bangs a girl 20 years younger than him.
It's so fantastic.
Like,
it's so
if
absolutely
it
fantastic.
would be a decent movie if it wasn't a part of the Halloween series.
It's
Like,
crazy to think we did that review 3 years ago
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Yeah.
because we do it once every Halloween.
Yeah.
All right. So next week. So do you think sequel September is over? No, it's not. because we're just doing sequels September pretty much all of Halloween. Because next week we are finishing the Hatchet series because we're going to review Victor Crowley, the final movie of the series, the fourth of the series. Should be fun.
It's another great slasher series. Like,
yes,
with another similar concept of they always go into the woods to hunt Victor
and I love every single one.
Yeah, that's great.
So with that said, we are the final podcast signing off, and we will see you next week where we're like, is Perry Shen really going to be a different character for the fourth time?
Well, so we'll see you next week. Well, we are the final podcast. New horror movie reviews every single Monday. Please tune in on any platform you listen to your podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen. Also, please subscribe on the YouTube, and we'll see you next week for more spooky season.
Damn it.
Let's go. Suck it, dick.